From Paramount confirming the super sad news themselves, to even the cast members like Josh Lucas being unsure of the whole situation, here's everything you need to know about the Yellowstone cast reacting to the show ending. For starters, yes, it's now confirmed that the show is gonna end. Now, for a while, it kinda looked like there was just a bunch of rumors fanning the flames of this massive dumpster fire. But it turns out, on May 5th, 2023, Paramount officially gave Yellowstone the killing blow. They revealed that the series would in fact come to a close with its 5th and final season. At the time, they also released a statement where they mentioned that the remaining episodes would air in November. Of course, as sad as this was, it wasn't exactly surprising for either the fans or the cast, I'm assuming. Because for months, people had been hearing reports that basically painted the behind the scenes to look like an absolute mess. There were rumors of the lead star, Kevin Costner, getting into a feud with the showrunner Taylor Sheridan. Then, for a bit, it seemed like it was Kevin who was gonna exit the show, with the series somehow continuing without him. But I'm guessing Sheridan realized that no matter how much he may hate the guy, trying to keep the show afloat without the main man, John Dutton, was not gonna happen. And so, he pulled the plug on the whole thing. Sheesh. Of course, that was not before announcing yet another Yellowstone spinoff. This time, he's got Matthew McConaughey on board. So hey, it's gonna be like Costner never left. But of course, change is still tough, and not just for the fans. Some of the co-stars aren't easily dealing with the fact that the series got canceled like this. Take Dawn Oliveri, for example. She was asked about the show coming to an end, back when all these rumors were first starting to come out. And while the actress was confident that the series would continue back then, she did mention she'd have one big regret in case this was the final season. And this was that she wouldn't get to do some on-screen time with Kevin Costner. Yep, turns out Dawn is a huge fan of the guy's work. And well, it's kinda hard not to be, considering how legendary of an actor Costner is. I'm not surprised Dawn wanted to have a few more scenes with good old John Dutton before everything wrapped up. The actress added that she'd be bummed if they didn't get to do at least a few scenes together in the final few episodes of season 5. The thing is, unlike some of her castmates who've been around for a long time and have done their fair share of scenes with Kevin, Dawn only recently got to join Yellowstone. And what a bummer it must be for the series to basically close shop right as she stepped in. But hey, that's how it works sometimes, I guess. Let's hope the writers listen to Dawn's humble request and give her a few lines to share with Kevin in the final couple of episodes. Though that's assuming that Costner even comes back for the finale, because rumor has it that he may not even be willing to return for the final couple of episodes. Yeah, just when you thought all the behind-the-scenes stuff couldn't get any worse, looks like Kevin may have already moved on from Yellowstone. It was reported a while back that the star was not going to return unless he was sure that John Dutton was given a satisfying conclusion. I guess the star wanted to make sure that the writers didn't purposefully sabotage his ending or something. I sorta understand where Kevin is coming from. After spending so much time playing the character, you wouldn't want a bunch of angry writers conspiring with the showrunner to make you look like a villain on your own show. Worse yet, can you imagine if they decide to kill John Dutton off in an unsatisfying way? Like if he got kicked in the face by a horse or something. I wouldn't put it past the writers and Taylor Sheridan doing exactly that, considering how much of an ego trip everyone involved in the production of that show has been on lately. Costner mentioned that if he was happy with the ending and felt like it did justice to the character, then he'd appear for the final few seasons. Otherwise, they're gonna have to explain a massive John Dutton-sized hole in Season 5 Part 2. Interestingly, Kevin did post on social media recently, and while fans were hoping he'd open up on the Yellowstone situation, turns out he was talking about his new film, Horizon. Guess he's still spending the majority of his time on the set of that movie. Though some other stars have shed light on what's going on. Piper Perabo, for instance, straight up warned people not to believe everything they heard. Kind of a weird thing to say, right? Well, when you consider the sheer amount of rumors which were coming out about Yellowstone's ending, and the behind-the-scenes drama, it makes sense why Piper would want fans to not support the rumor mill. Now, I'm guessing even the actress didn't know the show was gonna end for real back then, since the event is a couple of months old. But she seemed confident enough in the fact that the rumors would turn out to be false in the end. After all, she warned fans not to believe in them. But unluckily for Piper, it does seem like in the end, While some other rumors may not have been true, the ones about Yellowstone biting the bullet certainly were. Kind of a shame. Plus, this does show that even the cast members were utterly oblivious to the whole situation. It's possible that Paramount deciding to pull the plug on the series was a last-minute decision, after negotiations with Kevin Costner failed once again. This sucks for the rest of the cast, though, especially actors like Josh Lucas. So, turns out, Josh was also very much thinking the show would be able to weather the storm. He thought that even if Kevin Costner ended up leaving, the series would continue, because Sheridan could come up with new ideas. While talking to E!, the star said that over the years, the series has grown beyond being the John Dutton show. In fact, there are a bunch of amazing side characters that the fans have sort of latched themselves onto. So, while John Dutton exiting the series would be a huge blow to it, that require some massive changes being made to the status quo, in the end, Sheridan may have been able to steer the ship back to base, because he's shown that he's got the ideas and creativity to do exactly that. That said, this didn't happen, because Sheridan may have wanted to bury this Costner-led era of Yellowstone once and for all, starting fresh with Matthew instead. Again, it's terrible for the rest of the cast, especially characters like Rip and Beth, who could have easily taken over the reins from John. But hey, maybe fans will still get to see those characters in the upcoming spin-off. And with the rate at which Sheridan is coming up with this stuff, who's to say he won't give the characters of the main series their very own show, without John Dutton's involvement? I wouldn't put it past the guy. Though you just can't help but wonder, where did all this drama start from? And well, Kevin's busy schedule may have been the reason behind it all. Even some of the stars like Josh were a bit confused as to exactly what was going on behind the scenes, which should tell you about the level of chaos in the production of the show. If you believe the rumors, it looks like Kevin had a bit too much on his plate with his movie series Horizon, taking up a good chunk of his time. Because of this, the star allegedly started neglecting his Yellowstone duties, even asking for his time in Season 5 Part 2 to be cut down to just a week of shooting. But of course, that's not the only part of the puzzle, because his lawyer, Marty Singer, came to his defense and said that these claims were lies. And this was then also backed by another report which said that a lot of the blame fell on Taylor Sheridan. Turns out, he's the one with his hands full of projects. After all, the dude comes out with a new Yellowstone spin-off every other second. Because of this, the writers weren't able to come up with a script for Season 5 Part 2 in 2022, which was when the series was supposed to be filmed. Because of this, Costner's schedule got entirely messed up, which started this whole situation. So, from even the cast members not being sure of the behind-the-scenes situation, to Paramount confirming that the series is indeed ending, that was everything you needed to know about the Yellowstone cast reacting to the show ending.